I got something good this week, tough dealing with today. I'm going to try to roll in as best I can a lesson. I don't want to give you too much background because it always gets boring, but my daughter sends me a note earlier this week saying, yeah, how do you deal with all the crisis of study? You go to university. If you have a solid belief, especially if you're in any way a religion student at a liberal religion college, you're raised conservative, you can get rocked. For me, it was philosophy courses. The stronger your belief system is, the more when it gets rocked, you get shaken. And she's being challenged and everything's being argued, and the process is just, how do I handle it? What do you do? And I gave her smart little quick things because I wanted to work through it. And I realized as we went through the discussion that she was serious. And so I paused for a moment, I got very serious with her, and I said, here's the answer. Here's what I've always done. Pick your truth. Tear it all down. Tear it all down to the core. By that I mean this. Your world of truths is this. It's huge. It's this massive, massive building. Okay? Challenging this outer layer happens all the time. You don't really care. Sometimes you may fight over it. Sometimes you may not. For most men, you know what we call this layer? We call it sports. We like to be challenged. We like to fight back and forth. We like to discuss. Barring very rare circumstances, in other words, a team that's really, really dear to us combined with a team that we really, really hate so that we're having an inner struggle, this is fun and easy stuff. Penetrating that happens all the time. There's a certain level of it we kind of enjoy. You start getting a little bit deeper and you start getting into politics and what rocks you there. Now, they always say, ooh, don't discuss politics. Politics are okay to discuss. But when politics get into, social issues are personal. Social issues are real. Those start to get hard. Religion, you don't get much deeper and personal than that. You start breaking into these and questioning these truths, and I'm either going to get rattled, or worse, I'm going to get shattered and lose my faith, or most commonly, I'm going to get angry and lash back because you're like a puppy that's been spanked or a dog backed in the corner. You're lashing out because this is too big a threat. So my advice to her, my advice to anyone that is willing to go to this depth is tear it down. Because these truths out here, have a lot of weakness. These truths, even though your truths have a lot of weakness, these truths have less, but if you're really challenged, and it's why you're challenged me in rock today, they have weakness. What is your core? Somewhere along the lines, you have your Descartes. I'm going to misspell his name. Rene Descartes. God's famous for breaking his down to, I think, therefore I am. He had to go to that level of a core. What is your core? What is your truth? I'm not even going to judge your truth. Is your truth, I think, therefore I am? Is your truth, God is love, God is good? Is your truth, Allah is good? Is your truth, life is pain? I don't care what it is. But when you strip it down, what is this? What is that basic truth? What is that core thing that you know? And I mean, baby, you can build stone things. You know. You know that's real. You know that's true. You know that you're having a thought. It's impossible to have a thought and not at least at that exact moment exist. You know that you think, therefore you are. You know. What do you know? What is your core foundation of belief? No matter what challenge hits, no matter what goes where, you can make me question, is Jesus the only way because of how it was taught, or is he the only way as a metaphor? Or I can question, the Gnostics were bad, the Bible is real, the truth of Muslim. But no matter how hard you tear it and how hard you get it, that God is good. That's my core. Is my core life is pain? Is my core science and the Big Bang is the essence of all creation? If that is your core, whatever it is, no matter how much is challenged, it could not be shaken. That, my friends, is your foundation. That is your foundation. Everything builds off of that. And even if you get hit by the hurricanes of the world and it all washes away, your foundation's still there. Learn your foundation. Dig to your foundation. Build everything on your foundation. And here's why I'm telling you this. I will never cease to be amazed. And by the way, it's impossible to have a life and not have your building. Everyone has their building. I'm not even sure somebody that is in a comatose state does not have their building. Although I'm not trying to make anybody angry or make some massive statement here. Everyone has one. Here's what's stunning. Most of them have no earthly idea what their real foundation is. Now there's a number of folks, oh, I got a wonderful foundation. My foundation is Christianity. Oh, I have a fabulous foundation. My foundation is the Mormon Church. Well, that's fabulous. What does the Mormon Church believe? How fantastic. What does Christianity mean to you? Shut up, young man. How dare you question it? Amazes me. Most people, the foundation to them is, I know there's one down there. Or, oh, my foundation's so fantastic. What's it look like? I didn't know. It's in the dirt. What the heck's your foundation? I'm amazed. No wonder this thing can be threatened and lashes out with hate and lashes out with fear and lashes out with anger and gets rocked all the time. You don't know what your foundation is, how can you go? But if you know your foundation, oh, young man, thank you for asking. My foundation is the core of all truth. Upon this, all the rest is built. Your pillar of truth is powerful. Your pillar of truth is strong. No matter what hits, it goes. Now, I go on this for 20 years or 20 hours, and that's not why you're here, so I apologize. Here's my point. Let's pause for a moment and go to my negative today. I, at least, have some core foundations. In this case, I'll say I'm a pier and grade beam. I got a lot of little foundations. Everything sits on them. That are my core essences. In the last 2 weeks, one of my foundations that cannot be shaken, that cannot be rocked, that is a core essence upon which everything I am in business is built, is getting absolute blitzkrieg under attack. To the point I almost have to give it up. And I am dying. It is killing me. My chest hurts. My stomach hurts. Everything is troubling. My sleep isn't good. My dreams aren't good. When I eat, it's stress eating, and it's other times I can't because the acid. I mean, it is eroding away and tearing me apart. I'm not saying that to whine or cry about that. What I'm saying is that's the depth my foundations stand into which I know them and to which they go. Now, here's a quirk. On this hand, we're all the same way. What's horrible is when we go under all these stresses and things and we don't know ours. I know mine. My core foundation I'm talking about, if anybody cares, it's not metaphorical, oh, it's getting a tab, I don't know what it is. I can define it. It's my belief that you do not let the weak and the bully take advantage. And weak, I mean weak-willed, actually the strong. You do not let the squeaky wheel get the grease. You give the grease to the good. You maintain the right wheels. You give service. You give love. You give back. You do more than you're ever asked for. But the person wants to cheat and rob and steal and manipulate and use a lawyer this or that or whatever and tries to steal from something, to steal from you and makes your good clients pay for their thievery. That is a core essence of mine. I will not do it. I will not stand. I will not let the bullies of the world have the success. And those are the bullies. I mean, that is better to go down than to allow that. That's being challenged. I'm getting big enough now that nobody buys that I'm the righteous guy. You're the bully. I'm getting bullied and cheated. My other clients are. It's that you're defending the little kid and you're being told you're not allowed to. It's quirky, weird. It is, and it's something I'm going to have to figure out how to balance. But it is an essence there. At least I'm amazed how often we do go through stresses in life and we don't know what our core base is. But I know mine. Do you know yours? Likewise, last point, because I'm getting way too long on you again. I love you and I appreciate you and I don't want to. Sales. A salesman has to have a foundation. And it is bit of truths of the sale. The weaker your foundation, the weaker your presentation, the weaker your follow through, the weaker your commitment to the product, the weaker to every single thing in the process. The weaker your foundation, the more you're a con man. The weaker your foundation, the more it's flash, dash, manipulate, play, boom, gone. The stronger your foundation, the greater the depth, the greater the commitment, the more you come through. The more you know the truth you're selling everything through it, the more you become dadgum a preacher of what you're selling. Know the truth of yourself. Know your foundation. Do you have to know your product inside and out? It helps. It helps. It helps you have a strong foundation. Is it absolutely necessary? No. But you got to know enough to have a strong foundation of it. You got to know the quality of the product, the quality of people you're putting out there, the quality of which you're going to back it up. All that matters. In every aspect of life, I challenge you. What is your foundation? Every time you meet somebody, you do not present a foundation. You present the house. You present the building. The foundation, it really is underground. It's hidden under dirt. But it holds up everything. Play with the metaphor. If you don't know where your foundation is and you're guessing, what if you build the structure and you missed it? How long does that hold? How many rains does that survive? If you built a big, strong building on a really weak foundation, whew, how scary is that when it crumbles and settles down? But if your foundation's powerful, anything you put on it will hold. I do believe it was somewhere, I won't even name the gospel, where Jesus said, firm foundation. I am a firm foundation. You can guess what my foundation is. But the metaphor holds. What's your foundation? Are you building on sand? Are you building on hope? Are you building on depth of truth? This is mine for today. I hope it was helpful. God bless. Have a great day, guys.